Hello everybody, Evan Abrams here, back with you on Adobe Live for some video creative challenges. You're going to enjoy this one. We are continuing our exploration of some new features in Adobe Premiere using text-based editing, that is creating sequences derived from a transcript, copy, pasting, selecting, deleting, everything based on text that will impact the sequence. It is a fun new way to work. I love it. It is going to expand sort of the type and, I want to say, complexity of projects that you're going to be able to take on. So all this week, we're going to be exploring a bunch of things that are related to that. Yesterday was kind of a primer on some basic ways that we can get into it. Today, we're going to get a little bit specific with creating a supercut out of an interview. So I hope you're going to enjoy that. So I want to say thanks for everyone who's hanging out. Umacorn, Oliver, Paco, what's going on? Mod Annika holding it down. And of course, oh, Jack, what's going on? Welcome, everybody. So if you're in the chat, if you have questions, let me know. If you have any quandaries about what you're seeing, what we're doing, try to help you out. There are starter files. Please get your hands on those. Susan, hello. Make sure that you get your hands on the starter files so you can play along and work with the stuff that we're working with here. It's an interview between myself and producer of the show, Andrew. So we talked about his wonderful Southwest project. Let's have a look at the promo that I cut together for that. It's very exciting. So I used a little auto reframe to get this in the mix, and hopefully you're going to be able to hear this. I'm here to talk to you about your corporate fan art you have created for Southwest Airlines.
Southwest
Airlines.
Southwest.
Why Southwest?
Southwest.
Why an airline?
Southwest.
Southwest. Thank you for choosing Southwest.
And then through Southwest.
As you can tell, a brilliant post-ironic cut down. This, I hope, gets people jazzed to check out what's going on with this interview. Now, the purpose here was I looked at the entire transcript and I saw, man, we say the word Southwest a lot, which is wonderful and strange. And the way we say it changed each time. So I decided this is something that's funny, right? This is something funny and good. Now, you might find that this happens with a lot of things. So recently I've been rewatching Star Trek The Next Generation and Deep Space Nine, in which they say the word Bajor or Bajor, about 20 different intonations of the same word. That's funny. Chop those down, put them back to back to back, and suddenly that is something that is good and shareable and comedic, right? Anytime that you can get a bunch of actors saying the same word marginally differently or saying it with totally different vocal inflections, although that is an acting exercise, it does turn into something funny and good. So, how do we make that? A lot of love for my Star Trek appreciation. And I'll say that Lower Decks is my favorite Star Trek. That's my Star Trek, is Lower Decks. Okay, so how do we make this? How do we start with a corpus of stuff and chop it down into something manageable? Now, before text-based editing, we would have had to have scrub everything and mark it. We're literally listening to, in this case, 16 minutes of stuff. And so we'd have to listen to the full 16 minutes, flag everything that says Southwest, and then pull that out, right? Now we can listen to that on 2x speed, so maybe it takes us 8 minutes, but we still have to spend as much time as the interview is listening to the thing to extract the stuff we want. That's the purpose of text-based editing, is to speed us up so that we can work faster than we can hear. So how do we do that? Well, step one, I'm going to ask that you import your source clips in here. So hopefully you've got those imported. We've got 3 of them that you're going to be able to play with in here. Now they're all of the same interview. And so we have the interview that is the both of us side by side. We've got the interview that's just me. And then we've got the interview that is just Andrew. That's in here somewhere, right? Where'd you go, buddy? So all that stuff is going to be in here, and we can then pick it apart. I believe. Now, where's he gone? So if we had to start this over from scratch, let me take you back to the beginning so that you can make that happen yourself. We want to go File, New Project, right? So we're going to start it over. We're going to call this one word cut down. Go ahead and create that. And we're going to close out these other timelines so that we can focus over here. I'm going to go grab those files that we need. Grabbing the files. There we go. Drag those in. So there we go. There's Andrew. There's me. There's both. And we need to transcribe these. So starting at the beginning, to transcribe, you will take your clip, you'll double click on it, bring it up into your source monitor. Well, I gotta get these windows out of the way of the chat just in case I'm missing stuff. And so from here, you go over to the text tab. If you don't see that, make sure you go window and make sure that text is indeed open for you. Then we're just going to say transcribe source. Yes, separate speakers. It's only one speaker, but we're going to say transcribe it up. Now, while it's working on that, hey, let's get it working on this other one right away. Transcribe them all. We're doing that. If you want to look at the progress of all of your transcriptions, which are all happening on your machine, come up here to this little wheel up in the corner. This is going to show you the processes that are going on. And you can see that it's going through all of the processes. So if you're wondering how are all our processes going, you come up here to the corner and you're going to see them right up there. That will hopefully waylay any any challenges that you're having. You think, oh, what's happening? Is my computer even doing anything? Well, this will tell you. And there's a great opportunity to say, when you make stuff, when you create stuff, we want to see everything that you make using this kind of text-based editing system. Share it with us over on the Discord. Links in the description, links in the chat. Come see us on the Discord. I want to hang out with you. I want to see your work. We're going to be talking about everything that you send in on Friday. Need people to send in some work. Send me something to talk about on Friday. I must have it. And I'd love to see what you make of these clips or of your own clips. If you want to grab some of your own stuff and use it, get some public domain stuff and use that. It's all good. It's all fair game. So I should probably explain what this is doing. It is listening. It is trying to turn what Andrew and I have said to each other into words. Now it's done a wonderful job. Both are complete. We've nailed it. And now we need to turn these into something funny and good. I like to start by simply dragging one of them onto the create new sequence button here. So it's created interview Evan, and now I want to make sure I rename that. So I'm going to take us into list view and make sure that I rename the sequence. We're going to call this the one word cut down. And I'm just going to start isolating things from this. So there's a few ways that you can do that. And I'm just going to go through here and I'm going to search for Southwest. Now, I've already done the work to know that we say this word about 20 times throughout this whole thing. And I know that I want to start this with a little lead in. So all jokes require kind of a setup. They require a premise of some kind. We need to establish reality before we subvert it. You could just say a lot of wacky stuff if you want to Jerry Lee Lewis this kind of thing. But I'm here to talk to you about your corporate fan art you've created for Southwest Airlines. We're going to start with that. So I can just grab everything before this. I know none of that is going to be useful to me, and away it goes, right? So I select it here, I delete it there, boom, it's gone. And keep it to there, and I'll just delete this part there, and that'll make a little notch in our work so that we can see, and I can start trimming stuff out. So now I want everything that isn't the word Southwest. So I'm just going to roll through, selecting a bunch. You see it goes blue. And then here we've got automatically set in and out points. So you're seeing those in and out points selecting out here on the timeline. You hit backspace and it's just going to clip that out. And let's see, I maybe want to keep some of, if it's going to be a call and response, right? If it's going to be a call and response type of thing, maybe I want Andrew's to be more pithy and I want mine to be a little bit more rounded out. Maybe I want to keep what's going on. Maybe that's going to be a funny thing to keep. And I'm just going to keep looking through. We're going to keep looking through. I haven't said anything about Southwest. Here we go. There's some Southwest in here. Again, we're pruning out. Tell me about a good Southwest. That might be funny. Maybe I'll keep the whole thing like that. Thank you for choosing Southwest. That's a nice phrase. So we're going to prune this. Pruning here. Pruning going on here. Let's see. Prune. You can hold down Shift and click around. That can help you out. But again, we're just looking through Where do I say Southwest anymore? There we go. There's some more down here. Maybe they don't love Southwest. That could be a good phrase. So we're going to, there we go. Never read your own transcript. So we're going to go there. Pruning this. All of this can go. All right, so here we go. Let's see. Okay, there we go. And that's everything from me. Now, scroll up, scroll up. There we go. Now, this phrase here where we say, thank you for choosing Southwest, we're going to just zoom in here. Oh, yes, and let's see. Where are we here? What's going on? You know what? I decide we're not going to keep this after all. We're going to remove that. So let's see what we got. What did we get from me? If we just have a look. I'm here to talk to you about your corporate fan art that you have created for Southwest Airlines. Southwest Airlines. Why Southwest? Southwest. Tell me about a good Southwest memory. Thank you for choosing Southwest. Yeah, I'm going to remove this part. It's not pithy enough. Southwest. They don't love Southwest. Southwest. I'm going to keep love Southwest. I think that's going to be good. So we'll remove that. Okay, and so we want to find, where's the thank you for choosing Southwest? This one. Make sure we are linking those things. So that one's going to be a good tail. This one's going to be a good top, I think. And then the rest of these are going to be some yum meaty things in the middle. Corporate fan art. You know, we're good with these lovely phrases. Okay, now I'm also going to come in here and I'm going to come down and I'm going to say label. I'm going to label these a different color, maybe cerulean. That's a fun color. Fun to say, fun to think, and I'll bump those over like that. So now I'm a little bit set up and let's get Andrew's in here. So we're going to find the interview of Andrew. We're going to come into the text and we are going to look for, again, we are searching for the words Southwest. What do we got? And I'm just going to select where he said Southwest and I'm going to snap it down onto the timeline. I'm going to use the insert. Hold on. Make sure that I'm indeed clear the in and out points. So we're going to do that. Clear in and out. And make sure that we're in a good spot here for where I can drop these things down. So if I find Southwest, I select Southwest. And it's a little bit tough to see because the selection and what happens to be searched are highlighting over top of each other. But I'm just going to look through for all of the instances, and there are 11 of them. So please bear with me while I pinch all of these. There we go. We're going to insert that one. And we're going to get this one. Whoop. Go back up. Like that. Good, good, good. Grab another one. Excellent. Now there is a keyboard shortcut for this as well. That is the comma, which will bring that down. So if you select the stuff, tap comma, that'll bring it on down. Oh. Yes, we got that one. Now I do wish if I had a note, if I had a note to deliver on this, it would be that anything that is searched and that we have kind of highlighted here, that I don't have to highlight it again. Now maybe I'm doing this unnecessarily, but I don't believe that being highlighted in red meant that it was ready to be pushed. Okay, there we go. So we've got all of Andrew's now. So let's listen to his and see what we think about that.
Southwest, 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 Southwest.
So this one's good. I love Southwest, where he's kind of giving a corrective. I think that's very good. So we're going to take his. We are going to label those. Let's give those a nice label of forest, perhaps. All right, so we've got all of our parts. We've got all the parts that we want, and we're going to stick this sandwich together, this multi-layered Super Club sandwich. Out of these, one thing I want to do is come into our essential sound. I want to label them all as dialogue. I want to come into the loudness and auto match them, which will automatically make sure all of these are at the same level. So they're going to interact quite nicely with each other, back to back to back to back. And I want to browse around for some music. Now, I believe I already pulled, was it dramatic power something? You can find that over here in your selection of musics, but I'm just going to drag and drop this down on the timeline here. I'm here to talk to you about your corporate fan art, and we're going to label that one using our essential sound. Label that as music. Auto match the loudness on that. You have created Southwest Airlines. Why? And we're going to remix it, right? We're going to do some remixing on this stuff. But I do want to find the drop where this kind of changes. Southwest Airlines. Why Southwest? There it is. So that's what I want to hear when we start just saying Southwest back and forth. That is where the party begins. I'm here to talk to you about your corporate fan art that you have created for Southwest Airlines. Boom, just like that. Now, some other things we want to do. So then Andrew's going to start saying Southwest a bunch of times. And I'm going to reorganize my workspace a little bit to be a little bit pinched in. Here we go. Let's get a couple of tight Southwests. These. So drag those over.
Southwest.
And then one of me. 1, 2. Southwest Airlines. A couple more of Andrew. Let's see. I want like these maybe.
Southwest.
That one's a little bit too tight, so we'll remove that. I don't think that one's going to get any play for us.
Southwest
Airlines.
Southwest.
Let's grab these two. Why Southwest? Mix it up. Get just one hit back. Southwest. And now
Southwest.
So these two I want in a specific order, right? These two I want in a really specific way that he's saying
Southwest.
So he's saying like a corrective, and then I am coming back on that. And I think the best way to do that is to make sure that I've set it right before that. I love Southwest. So it's like I said it wrong, and then he's telling me how to say it right.
Southwest.
I love Southwest. Okay, this one I want to keep in the end because that one is a funnier delivery of the word Southwest. So let's come back now. A lot of this is subjective. I was saying, Evan, what do you know for funny, right? But here's the idea. We're trying to set up a rhythm. For Southwest Airlines.
Southwest
Airlines.
Southwest.
Why Southwest?
Southwest.
I love Southwest.
Southwest.
And then we'll hit it a couple times. We'll see. We want to make sure that we keep it pithy, though.
Southwest.
What else was I saying on that? Southwest had never. So let's remove that. And I think we are close. I'm here to talk to you about your corporate fan art that you have created for Southwest Airlines.
Southwest.
Airlines.
Southwest.
Why Southwest?
Southwest.
I love Southwest.
Southwest.
Thank you for choosing Southwest. And I think we're good. I think we're getting there. So the next thing we want to do, I know we've only got about 5 minutes together, is I want to tighten up a bunch of this. So in here, corporate fan art, I'm going to get really nitpicky with this. I'm going to get really kind of tight for time in here. Now I like to come through and I like to make cuts like this, and then I hold down Command and just tap on the keyboard right and left to go like that. Your corporate fan art that you have created for Southwest Airlines. And that's probably enough. Now, the other thing that I do kind of like to do is have some
Southwest.
J and L cuts when it comes. So that's some of the audio coming in before we switch to the visual, or we see the audio before the visual. But we want to tighten this stuff up. Southwest Airlines. So we are kind of stepping on each other, and you can see how much time is being
Southwest.
Why Southwest? Like this. So yes, indeed. Getting a little bit of step on.
Southwest.
Let's get Andrew stepping on his own toes on this one.
Southwest.
Let's get me coming back in here. I love Southwest. That needs to be a little bit longer. I don't love Southwest.
Southwest.
I don't love Southwest. It just seems like I'm saying I don't love Southwest.
Southwest.
I don't love Southwest. So that's hard. It's hard.
Southwest.
They don't love Southwest. Southwest. There we go. Now it's like I'm being infected with the same thing. And you see how much time we're pinching out of this, right? So it's going to start to compound to make this thing a lot faster as it's coming together here. Southwest. Now we need to hang for a bit.
Southwest.
Thank you for choosing South. There we go. We'll bump this up. Southwest. Like
Southwest.
Maybe we end on me. Maybe I'm going to change my mind this time. I'm going to end on me this time. I'm here to talk to you about your corporate fan art. Now, the next thing I want to do, even though these things are coming at each other really tight, I want to Command-Shift-D, which will add my little transitions to the middle of all of these. You've created for Southwest Airlines. These are just little constant power shifts. Now, if you are just booting up Premiere Pro and you go to apply this type of thing, it might make little dovetails that are a little bit bigger than you want. So you're going to have to go to your preferences, and I believe it's under timeline, and set your default audio duration to about 2 frames. That makes it really easy to just select everything, Command-Shift-D, and it's gonna work out quite nicely for you. I'm here to talk to you about your corporate fan art that you have created for Southwest Airlines.
Southwest
Airlines.
Southwest.
Here's the last bit.
Southwest.
Why? This song is obviously way too long. Now the audio must be trimmed down. Here's how we're going to chop it. We are going to come down to duration, activate duration. We're going to use the remix function. We're in Essential Sounds for this. So we are going to remix it down to about 25 seconds or so. So let's zoom in here. I'm going to say that's what we want. We want about 25 seconds. This is where things get a little bit squishy. I'm here to talk to you about your corporate fan art you have created for Southwest Airlines.
Southwest
Airlines. And I'm going to say under remix, let's go in and get those remix settings. Specifically, I kind of want fewer segments, so we're going to bring that down. I'm here to talk to you about your corporate fan art you have created for Southwest Airlines.
Southwest
Airlines.
Southwest.
Why Southwest?
Southwest.
Thank you for choosing Southwest. And you know what? I'm actually going to take this, bring it to the end, try to mush these together.
For Southwest.
Thank you for choosing
Southwest.
And there we go. Okay, so we got to feel good about this. We do have the rest of this tail, but that is, of course, because you need to put some text out here. Thank you for choosing
Southwest.
And let's see, do we have more of Andrew on this?
Southwest.
Yes, we do. So there we go. We get to see him
Southwest.
Like that. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to fade that out. And we're going to bring in some text because we want to tell people if this is a promo, we want to tell them where to go next. So we're going to bring in our text and we're going to type out, watch the rest on Adobe Live. But the thing that you must do, if you have done this, you've got your 1-word cut down. We are then going to turn this into, oh my God, we're running out of time. we want to auto reframe that sequence, and we're going to send it out as a vertical 9x16. Hit create. Folks, it's that easy, and now we are ready to go on Instagram.
Your corporate fan art
We've nailed it.
created for Southwest Airlines.
Southwest
Airlines.
Framed up our faces
Southwest,
beautifully.
Southwest.
I think we're nailing it. Now to frame up my face beautifully, there we are, we're back. We've just run out of time. Sorry, I got a little bit lost in the mix there myself, but I hope this has shown you how to make a really fun little promo thing, little supercut. I want you to do it with these clips. I want you to do it with your own clips. Grab something from around the internet and make use of it. Share it with us on Discord. There are more programs coming up here on Adobe Live, so stick around for those. And definitely come back tomorrow. Come back tomorrow because we are doing more fun things with the text-based editing. And in fact, it will involve dropping some text callouts on here, which will sort of continue the thing we didn't quite get to today. So see you tomorrow, and have yourselves a great day. Bye for now. There we go.